go. We are live, y'all. What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? We're making some content live today with Coach Ants. And in real time, we're also answering questions about your Shopify, this upcoming Shopify challenge, what we have in store, what you might be needing for your store. So I'm really excited to be with y'all tonight. Let me know in the chat where y'all are tapping in from. Love Purple Designs, Ocean City, Maryland. Let's go. Tanika. Hey, love. Marima, how you doing, love? Hey, hey. So yeah, tonight y'all are gonna see us actually recording live. Okay, Duval. Let's go. Facebook user. Come on over here to the YouTube so we can see your name. Homestead, Florida. Okay, Florida representing. Let's go. Houston, Texas. All right, Jamie, we're coming that way. I can't remember when. It's a trade show or expo going on in Texas. So we will actually be in your state. Indiana, let's go. Tennessee, okay. Austin, Texas. All right, y'all coming from around the ways. Philadelphia, let's go. All right, so when we start touring again, y'all make sure y'all let us know where you are and that y'all come out if we come into your city. All right, so there is going to be a code tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put it now in the chat. And this is only good during the live. This live. So make sure that y'all take advantage of it if you're here. All right, Jackson, Tennessee. Let's go. Okay, another Tennessee. Let's go. Virginia. Coach Najla. All right. All right, so we're going to be beginning soon. But before we get going, I have a question for you all. I want to know how many of us have not launched our Shopify store, whether you have no store at all or you just haven't launched it. It's okay. Right now, I need you to go ahead and give me a 0. Just give me a 0. Let me know that we don't have it going quite yet and that we need something. All right. And if you have a Shopify store up and running, I want you to give me a 1. So give me a 0 if you have no store right now, a 1 if you have a store. And y'all, hold on just a second. I feel like my little lighting is lacking over here. I'm here with the voice of content, so I got to make sure that my content is on point. Let me do my little plug-ins here. Oh, not this one. There we go. A little lighting. Maybe y'all can see me a little bit better. There we go. All right. Okay, so I see, looks like we have a good mix of 0s and 1s. So I was going to see how many 0s we have in here tonight because I didn't announce this because I want to see how many people are just going to come live. But I want to see how many people we can get on this live. So I need you to share the live. If we have, right now we have 25. If we get 50 people on this live right now, then I will give away a seat to the Shopify challenge. Okay, it's $297. That's about $300. All right. So this is one of those things where it takes the group, it takes the tribe to pull together. And if y'all pull together, then somebody's going to win. Everybody's going to win just because y'all are here. Y'all are seeking information and you're going to improve your situation by seeking that information. Okay. So everybody's winning, but somebody's going to win a seat to the Shopify challenge and save $297. And I also want to ask y'all, did y'all know that you can be an affiliate and get 50% commission? So tonight, as you share, go ahead and grab your affiliate link. I'm giving y'all game right now. Get your affiliate link from the website. All you have to do is go to the bottom of any page on the Academy, grab your affiliate link, and then when you share this video, say, hey, y'all don't want to miss this Shopify challenge. Watch this video right now. And here's a link to join the Shopify challenge. You do that, and someone that you share the video with could very well purchase this challenge, and you get $150 and I get the leftovers. Okay. Which I'm okay with because it's a partnership. That's why my affiliates earn more than me when they share the links, because I don't even get 50%, y'all. By the time I pay all the bills, I promise you I'm nowhere near 50%, but you get your 50% off the top. All right. So we need 50 viewers, and I will give away one of the seats to the Shopify challenge because it's limited seats. Ooh, so Christy, if you close the store because you're not getting any customers or traffic, let's talk about that tonight. Okay. Let's talk about that. All right. And when you join the challenge, I'm also going to show you how you can get 120 days free, which is about, what is that? 4 months of Shopify free hosting. And in 4 months, you got to be making something shake, y'all. Every 2 months, just about every 2 months, we're doing a Shopify challenge. We're teaching you new content to put on your Shopify store. We're not just talking about Shopify, y'all. We're working in Shopify. We are real deal in real time doing work to improve your store and improve what you have to offer to your customers. So this theme for this Shopify challenge is back to school. Now, we have some back to school type of products, but the idea here is that we're gearing up for back to school as far as not just book bags and the products and materials that they need for back to school, but really and truly we're amping up for football season, and we're using those same designs, that same energy that we're using to get the kids interested and the parents interested. We're also using that to showcase how we can do parties and events with those very same images. I made 1K the same week I did the Shopify challenge. Let's go. Who was that? Go ahead and state your name. It's just saying Facebook user right now. I feel like I need to shout you out right now. Good stuff. I love it. But Facebook user, let's go. I love seeing that. All right. So for those of you who have not started a store, those of you who gave me a 0. Oh, come on, Destiny. Let's go. Let's go. So in the chat, if you have a 0 right now, meaning that you don't have the Shopify store or you have it closed right now, I want you to tell me what's the issue. What's the holdback? What's the fear? What's the thing that's stopping you? Whatever you want to call it. What is it? I'm here to basically answer those questions tonight. See if I can get you in the mode and in the mood to make some money with your creativity. Okay. So Andrea, let me know what's going on. Why is it closed, or why has it never been opened? Give me the real. I got you. I promise I will not judge you. Sheila says, people won't go to my website. Well, Sheila, we'll talk about that tonight. If people won't go to your website, why do you think that is? I want to see what your mode of thinking is for that. And y'all forgive me while I take this label off. Zephyr Hills ain't paying no bills, so I need to take that label right on off. I told y'all we brand on demand over here. Okay, the fear of not getting business. Wait a minute. The fear of not getting business? So I get what you're saying. So do you think that the issue is when you get business, you won't be able to handle it? Or do you think the issue is that you're not visible enough for people to want to do business with you? Andrea. I told you no judgment. I ain't even going to say who said this, but one of us said that everything I do is infringement. So I ain't even trying to do it on the Shopify store. I feel you. Let me show you on this challenge. Oh, this is perfect. I love talking to y'all on the real, y'all. I love this live interaction because I can be really real with y'all. I don't have to sit behind this camera and like pretend to answer some questions. I get to answer real deal questions. So, Andrea, my whole goal and the reason why I even started designing in this realm for a lot of these photo shirts was because my goal was to have the high school kids and the kids in the neighborhood looking and feeling like NFL stars without infringing on NFL logos and NFL copyrights, trademarks, right? So, with that, what I did was I looked at the NBA posters and the NFL posters that they would have every season. And I said, well, why can't I have the local kids, the local stars, really looking just like that? And it sparked something in my local area. It sparked something online. It sparked something that to this day, people are still using that style of design that was introduced probably maybe over 3 years ago now. People are still using those same templates. If you go back and look at, it was a design I did with Tom Brady, and it was like kind of like watercolors, splash colors, that sort of thing. Well, I never did that design with Tom Brady. I just did it with Tom Brady on the internet, on the YouTube itch, just to get y'all's attention, because I knew if I did Tom Brady in the Patriot, back then he was in the Patriots, right? Then it would get your eyeballs, it would get your attention, and it did just that. But the whole place where that came from was because I used to design stuff like that for the local athletes. And for me, it was personal. It was that I wanted these little black boys to be celebrated like heroes, right? So for me, that was a chance and that was an opportunity to have everybody wearing them on a shirt, just like they would want to wear Kobe Bryant, or like they would want to wear a Michael Jordan, or even a Superman or a Batman. Like literally, people around the neighborhood were wearing these kids, these champions, on their chest like it was Superman. And that made me feel good. It made me feel like I was doing something great for the community. And it made me feel really great because I stopped seeing crunchy shirts that looked horrible. Okay. So it was a win-win-winny. Okay. So the idea here is to be able to take the same skills that you might use to promote stuff that maybe you shouldn't be promoting, and flip it into something that you can openly promote because you're not infringing. Okay. All right. Yep, they're gonna inbox you. I think the best thing to do is to show them better than you can tell them. Give them examples. That's why during the Shopify challenge, we literally give examples. Okay. So let me pull up an example here. Let's see. Can I share my screen? I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen for a little bit. I think I'm going to share my screen. When Photoshop determines it's okay. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, we did some of that in the AI in action class. And I'm going to give you all some AI during this Shopify challenge. It is not mandatory at all for you to do any Photoshopping in this class. We're going to have a bonus day where if you want to, you can do some Photoshop work with the Photoshop design and the banners. You don't have to, though. That's going to be on Saturday. We're switching it up this time around. I didn't know that if you have alcohol-inspired tumblers, that you have to say that the website is for 21 and up. I didn't know that. And for certain, you're not selling alcohol, but because the content is alcohol related, you have to say 21 and up. Yolanda, I'm glad that you shared that with us because that's something that I was not aware of. Ooh, love purple designs. People are funny about white shirts. A lot of people want pictures on color shirts. Now, there's a couple of solutions to that. I can tell you for sure, with 100% certainty, the area that I was in a rural town called Marianna, Florida. Okay. Rural town. Nobody ever heard of sublimation. Everybody hated white t-shirts. Okay. As a matter of fact, I literally single-handedly turned that county, that, and actually not just that county, but the surrounding counties as well, onto sublimation in a major way just because of the style of designs that I was doing. Okay. So everybody thinks they know what they want until you show them what they actually need. Okay. So what I did was I started doing sublimation. I started doing the designs, like I said, where I was making it look like the athletes were on these posters, and I had lightning and thunder and flames and paint splashes and everything that people could ever want to see their young athletes looking like. As a matter of fact, the athletes themselves wanted shirts. So that's how I knew they were fire, right? Converted them all to white shirts, converted them all to sublimation. To this day, I have not been there for over 6 years. They still contact me asking for sublimation shirts. There's no excuses, y'all. You throw me an excuse, and I'm going to tell you a way to work around it. I promise you, if you give me an excuse, I'm going to give you a solution. I got you on that. And if they want the color shirts, now DTF is in. You don't even have to have a DTF printer. Just order the prints, order the DTF prints, and then you can do color shirts. Easy. And then I see, ooh, I love purple designs. You just give me all kind of content tonight. You can't afford it. Let's make a way to afford it. Let's say, how can I afford it? Okay. So we're going to talk about that later today. Yep. And I know I couldn't stand that vinyl either, baby. I promise you, I am anti-vinyl unless it's a specialty vinyl that's just going to add a certain look. Okay. Can you explain what's going to be done each day of the challenge and what's going to be different about this challenge? Yes, absolutely. So if you've taken the challenge before, yes, you will absolutely benefit this time. As a matter of fact, every time you do the challenge, you're going to benefit because every time we're giving you something new. So we might as well go ahead and get into this interview because y'all getting all up in our questions. And I love it because we're here to answer those questions today. That's good. I'm my worst enemy. I need to work and promote my store. I always feel it's not complete. Oh, I feel you, perfectionist, fellow perfectionist creative. But you know what? Done is better than perfect, and perfect will absolutely never get done. All right, so we'll talk about that tonight as well. Good stuff, y'all. I love this. I don't know why y'all be scared about going live, because literally going live is almost the only way I make content. And it's real content. Y'all are talking to me. I'm talking to you all. If I was just sitting there having to record, guess what? I'd be over here blurping it up and bloopers and all kind of stuff and acting like I'm going to edit some videos, and I'm never going to edit that video, and I'm never going to hit post. But just going live is the easiest way to transition into making some content. Okay. The Shopify challenge, if you text right now, let me make sure. Oh, you know what? Let me make sure that y'all texting. Hold on just a second. I might need to give y'all, I need to put this on the main page, y'all. I apologize. Let me see if it's on here. I think it is, but let me just check and see. I want to make sure the Shopify challenge is on the first page where you can see it and get right to it. And I want you to text the word content to the number that is going to be in the chat here. All right. I see somebody just signed up. Let's go. Oh, and y'all know what? I'm going to let this be. But yesterday was supposed to be the last day for the early bird special. And I think I left the price as the early bird special price. Golly. My business coach is going to get me. That thing was supposed to be off on the 9th. Listen, I'm going to leave it alone because we're on live right now. But definitely, I was supposed to take that back up to $297. So y'all are going, yeah. I won't say nothing because she might be on this live right now, ready to chew me out. Let's see. So Shopify challenge. 724. It is right there in your face. Okay, so if you go to the main page, scroll down, the Shopify challenge, No Fear Shopify challenge is right there on the main page of the link that you click on when you text content to the number that's in the chat. All right, so we got to get into this content, y'all. Are y'all ready? Let me make sure it's working for y'all. I'm checking my automations right now, just checking to see if y'all are talking to me. Okay, I see plenty of y'all got a coupon code. Cool, cool. All right, well, y'all got that cooking? It's on autopilot because I don't have to text y'all back. I see so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people have texted me so far, y'all. If y'all don't believe in automation, if you don't believe in systems, if you don't believe in these websites, I'm just going to have to show you better than I can tell you. Is that all right? Oh, somebody took it up to 297 and they caught it. All right, so you'll be able to use the coupon code tonight only during the live. After the live, the coupon code will be no good and you won't be able to take advantage of the deal. Okay. We're only at 36. We need 50 people, y'all, so I can give away one of these Shopify seeds. Okay. All right. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen for a second just to kind of give you an idea of what we're working on. All right. So this is us. This is what we're working on at the moment. And this is not the design that we're doing, but these are some of the products that you're going to be showcasing and adding to your Shopify store. Okay. So we're going to talk about them in just a moment. All right. But at least you get this little idea here of what we got going on. I was trying to see what I could do, which view I could work on, but it ain't working. So I'm going to continue with my little solo layout here. Y'all, it's listed at 237, y'all, but I hop on it. It's supposed to be 297. And you get a coupon code if you're on during the live and you use the coupon code during the live. You can't just try to hold on to it and hoard it. You got to use it during the live. All right. So we have some questions to answer. And I want you all to participate with me. Craft to quit. Make sure that you are putting your C2Q. That's my platinum VIPs. Make sure you're putting your C2Q before your questions. That way, because we only have a 30-minute segment, I can make sure that I'm prioritizing your questions and things that you need to see happen in the Shopify challenge. Okay. All right. You ready? Okay. And do you need anything to see the questions? You need me to pull them up or anything?
Oh, I got it. I got my phone.
Okay, got you. Okay. And then you need me to sit down so you can see where I'm supposed to be? Oh, okay, gotcha. And then what I'll do is periodically while we're answering questions and everything, I'll get up, check the questions that you all have on the YouTube. Craft to Quit is priority answering their questions first. So just make sure that you designate your C to Q before you ask your question. Okay. So I'm just checking in with you all too and seeing how many of you have marketed for back to school or started your planning for back to school. As far as have you put any products on your Shopify store? Since the last challenge, somebody be honest with me. How many of you who have not put anything new on your Shopify store since the last challenge? If that's the case, I want you to give me a 3 in the chat. It's going to be honest with me. It's okay. I just need you to be honest with me. And if you have placed items on your store, how many have placed items for the back to school audience? And back to school isn't necessarily just book bags and pencil cases and that sort of thing. Back to school is marketing towards the new school season. For instance, you should definitely heavily be marketing for football. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Figure out how to fix my skirt so I ain't looking silly.
Okay.
And then we got to make sure you already made sure mics are on and everything. Okay. How about y'all? Can y'all hear me all right? I'm going to make sure that I speak up because the microphone is a little bit further from me right now. I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. So when we're going live, maybe I even need 2 mics. Well, would that mess things up?
No.
Like a mic for the phone versus a mic that we're recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can do that.
And I'll just get one of the ones you recommended for the phone, just to have that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. And
Yeah, I'm getting interviewed today, y'all. This is cool. Cool stuff.
I just got to do one double check. I'm just anal about it.
That's all right. We got a little creative perfectionism in the building. Y'all, I'm thinking about something. I had fun visiting Coach Takia when I went to Miami, and I was thinking about coming and doing some visits to some of our members, seeing what your setup's looking like, what you may need help with, what you want to promote and help others do in the community. So if that's something y'all are interested in, let me know, because I would have to, incorporate that in my travel, let y'all know when I'm coming to different cities, and then do some pop-ups. I think that'll be fun. So I just need to know where you're located and what you do. You do sublimation? Are you in Mississippi? Are you in Texas, California, all of that good stuff? I need y'all to let me know where you are, what you're doing, and what you really need help with. I want to focus primarily on those first that have brick and mortar stores, because I want to see what help you need, because a brick and mortar store is no joke to run. It's basically like having a whole nother child, probably a big old baby that never grows up. Okay. So I want to be able to help you all with that. And then I would love for you all to start joining the circuits of the expos. I did an expo tour last year, the year before that, and I really loved going to see the equipment, showing you all the equipment, letting us let our dreams go wild and see what the possibilities were and what the budget was for a lot of that professional and commercial equipment. So if you're interested in that, I'm talking about seeing everything from lasers to huge DTF machines, DTG, rhinestones, sublimation. Sublimation is actually not represented as much as you think at these big expos. Solvent printers, eco-solvent printers. I haven't seen a lot of 3D printing, but 3D printing is getting big in the fabric industry. Uh-oh, y'all. I lost my mouse. Man down. Let me grab it just so it won't be in the shot. But yeah, all of that good stuff. Special heat presses, special applications, all kind of cool stuff that you see at the expos, and it really expands your mind. And once your mind is expanded, it cannot shrink back. So that's our idea here. We want to get our minds as big as possible so that we know the knowledge, but we got to get laser focused. So the knowledge base can be huge. I love having a breadth of knowledge, but the depth of knowledge has to go into what do you specialize in? What are you great at? Not just good at, what are you great at? And what value can you provide to your community? All right. And that's where we're going to get focused in on the Shopify challenge. Ants over here getting us right on the cameras. So we have mics, 2 cameras, recording, kind of podcast style. And then I'm actually using my phone right now. My phone is connected to the computer, and I'm using my phone as the webcam, using a software called Camo. So that was pretty cool. I just realized I can do that because y'all know for the past 3 years, all y'all been getting is my straight up, willy-nilly webcam straight off the computer. So this should be a bit of an upgrade for us.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Go. Okay. All right. So the first one we got is okay. So, what is the Shopify challenge?
What is the Shopify challenge? The Shopify challenge is a real-time hands-on event where for 5 days you get live coaching on not just starting your Shopify store, because that's most people's hurdle. It's really helping you with your brand identity, making sure you have a logo, making sure you have a message, making sure you have the right products, and making sure you're talking to the right customers so that overall this is setting you up for success.
And is it just about Shopify, or is there more to it?
There's absolutely more to it. I understand that most people feel as if what's holding them back is not having the store or not having the presence. But for me, it's helping them to understand how to get people to the site, strategies for marketing, the reason why you want your own site, of course, to own your customer data, but also to understand what products are going to be placed on that site that would actually draw the proper attention so that you can actually maintain and get your ideal customer.
Yeah, I think you really hit on something, because a lot of times, even people with the audience, a lot of times that audience or that following is on somebody else's stuff. So like Instagram, Facebook, so they own the data, not the actual people with the audience. So you're telling them to basically stop using these other things and actually create their own store so they can have their own data.
Absolutely. And what we call that in the business world is use it as a lead magnet. So for instance, I'm going to use my Instagram, I'm going to use my Facebook, I'm going to use my YouTube even to get the attention of my customers, but where I collect the customer information, whether it's an email or a text message or even just a download that you're giving them, you want to be able to house that information so that you can further communicate with them. And more important than anything, it's about building a community. So many times people think that selling something is transactional, and what it really is, it's an opportunity to build a community. But if you only treat it as transactional, then you may have a 1 or 2 time customer. If you create a community around it, you have a lifetime customer. So that's essentially what I teach and preach with my community, as well as to others that are developing their stores.
And all right, so tell me this. What if somebody already has a Shopify store?
That's even better. If you already have a Shopify store, I have people that have done the challenge over and over and over again, and every time they're adding value. So not only are you adding new products and adding products that are relevant to the season, because we want you to stay current, We want you to have the latest and greatest designs. We want you to have the content that is connecting with the customer right now. So that's one of the things. Then in addition to that, every time you take the Shopify challenge, you're just flexing that muscle a little bit more. So now it's second nature for you to create products. It's second nature for you to understand who your avatar is and why you're talking to them and what you're talking to them about. Versus the first time you did it, you may not have completely understood that. You brushed past that part to get to making a product, but you didn't understand that making the product is the last thing on the totem pole. First, you have to connect with your community, and then selling the product becomes second nature. So every time someone does the Shopify challenge, there's something new in the form of the products and the designs. That's how I get y'all. I want you to know that there's going to be new content, but the idea is that you're exercising the muscle that is really consistency. And from that, you're going to get your confidence is going to go up and your competence is going to go up. And therefore, that's going to help your success rate increase as well.
Okay, I like that. So tell me this. You just dropped the bomb on us. So if you can simplify, if I was to sign up for the Shopify challenge right now, today, what are the bullet point for me? What are the things that I'm going to learn? And then how long is it?
Okay, so the Shopify challenge is a 5-day challenge. So typically I have a rate that I charge per hour for anyone who wants to take up that amount of time. However, I'm literally giving up 2 hours per day for 5 days straight and giving pure coaching, bringing in coaches that I've coached to come in and show you what they can do. So it's not just me as well. But during this challenge, you're going to learn who your avatar is, how to market to that avatar. You're going to learn about email marketing, text message marketing. You're going to learn, of course, how to create these designs that really appeal to your clients without infringing on others' logos and others' works, because the idea here is that we want to show you how strong your brand can be on its own. And then on top of that, you're seeing the success of others just like you, success of other creatives who came into this space with a $10 template and made $30,000 in 6 weeks. You're going to literally get the blueprint for what that looked like. You're going to see Coach Des, she ended up doing $1,000 in sales doing the Shopify challenge within a week of opening her Shopify store and doing that challenge. It's really all about the connections and the people that are surrounding you having the success, so that you know what success looks like. And I'm not just making it up and showing you one person who did this. Literally, there are people in our community who are showing you what they're doing as well.
And how much is the investment for the Shopify challenge?
It's only $297, which for 5 days of time and full-time coaching is really a steal of a deal. But the idea is that I want people to have instant success, not so that you believe in me and what you can do with me, but so that you believe in yourself, so that you know what you can get done in 5 days. And from there, you can see the many, many ways that you can take it. From those 5 days, you should be able to produce your own products. You should be able to design something, because we have a bonus design class if you want to do Photoshop. You should be able to also create your marketing material from what you learn in this course. So really, there should be nonstop learning during this session and even afterwards.
And what if, let's just say, for example, because I feel like it's definitely worth it, but what if I just can't afford that?
Whew. So what I say to someone who says that they cannot afford it, I don't believe that anyone cannot afford something. What I believe is that we reframe that question and ask ourselves, how can I afford it? So in that sense, when we say, or here's the question, when I hear people say, like, what does it cost? My understanding of that was, what does it cost you not to participate in it? What does it cost you to not have that knowledge? I just recently took a Facebook ads course, right? And literally, I wasn't thinking about the cost of taking the class. I wasn't thinking about the cost of going to the mastermind. I was thinking about how much I lost in the past 3 years, never, ever, ever, ever doing Facebook ads. Wow. I've lost millions by not knowing the information on how to do Facebook ads, because I've done everything organic, right? So the question for me wasn't how much did that opportunity cost me? The question was, how much did it cost me not to take advantage of that opportunity and what was I willing to continue to lose by not having that information. So I asked that, you reframe that question and say, hey, if I don't spend this $297, if I don't partake in this challenge, then I don't have a Shopify store for another 6 months, or I don't sell anything online for another 6 months. What does that cost you? I'm sure it's more than $297. I'm positive of that. So the other thing, when you say, that you can't afford it, I ask, how can you afford it? Because that puts us in a frame of mind of making a solution, right? Mm-hmm. So one thing that I ask people to think of is the affiliate opportunity. So the Shopify challenge and almost every major product that we have on our store has a 50%, a 50% affiliate commission. That means you are a partner with me. Matter of fact, you are a majority partner because I don't even get 50% of profits. Guarantee that. So if you are really looking for a way to afford the challenge, I'm offering you a way right there. So if you feel like there's value in this and you can find two friends, because more than likely as creatives, we are surrounded by other creatives who are interested in this sort of thing as well. Share the link with them. And if you get 2 people to join the challenge, then your challenge is free. If you get 10 people to join the challenge, then you have actually profited without even making a Shopify store. You profited before the challenge even starts. Wow. So there's always a way. And my job is to make sure that people feel confident in making their own way. Create opportunities. Don't wait for opportunities.
Wow. I like that. So one of the other questions I have is, what made you even create the challenge? Like, what made you create the Shopify challenge?
That is a good one, because initially I did not want to touch it. And the reason why, it was because I thought that it would be very difficult to teach. I thought it would be like pulling teeth. I thought that it was going to be such hard work because of everyone's fear surrounded by Shopify and even Photoshop. What I discovered was, just by doing it, I got to see how much help was really needed. Mm-hmm. And I got to see how much I was needed. I got to see how much impact I can make within my community. And then instantly it became a theme. Mm-hmm. It became a recurring challenge that we do usually every 60 to 90 days, just to make sure that anybody who wants or needs that opportunity has that opportunity to step up, start their Shopify store with some real deal, hands-on guidance. Like, we pull you out the mud. As a matter of fact, ain't no mud. We make sure that you tiptoeing on some marble floors around here, because we want to make sure that your experience is one that you execute during the challenge. And not many people have challenges that are like that. In fact, I was advised against having that type of challenge. But for me and for creatives, if we can see it and we can do it, we know it exists and we know we can take it to the next level.
You can wipe your hair. And then I would say, so during this challenge, during the Shopify challenge, is this kind of like a spectator type of challenge, or like, and even kind of describe like, what does challenge mean? Because I've taken a course before, I even had some mentorship, but like a challenge, that sounds a little different. So what is a challenge?
In our sense of a challenge, the challenge is come do the work. The challenge isn't just showing up. The challenge isn't spectator sport. If you want to just watch it, eat popcorn, that's fine. But what's going to happen is you're going to feel left out. You're going to feel like you missed an opportunity, because you can go watch videos. You can even go watch old challenges and you won't get the experience like when you're on the field. And this isn't a sit on the bench. This isn't watching the crowd. This isn't watch on TV. This is literally, you're on the field. You're the player. I'm the coach. And our other coaches are helping as well to make sure that in this game, by the end of the game, by the end of this fourth quarter, I don't know much about sports, but by the end of this fourth quarter, you have a functioning product. You have a win. Yeah. And that's the thing. Everybody's going to have a win as long as you participate, as long as you stay the course. We're going to work you through it. So you'll be able to have, I think we're uploading 4 products. So this time we're doing a drop shipped item, which is a book bag drop shipped. We're doing t-shirts. We're doing a thermos and a lunch bag. So actually that's 5 items. Those are 5 new items that you're adding to your Shopify store that were never on there before. Mm-hmm. And in the midst of all of that, we're teaching you the techniques. Why are you adding these products? Why does this product speak to this customer? why would you want to even put this product on your store, and how are you going to talk about it to the people who really want this product? So yes, we get you by launching the products and launching a pretty store and putting beautiful banners on there and making it look great. But the idea is that you have a functioning website, but you also know why you're doing what you're doing. You have a purpose to what you're performing. And all of that's wrapped up into 5 days of our intense mentorship.
I just check, make sure that we're good. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just cut it and then we go. But that was good. That was only 13 minutes. I got a couple more questions. I'm gonna get that out of you in something shorter.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you a different question.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
We do a little goofiness. It's all right.
What do I want to say? Okay. So if I'm watching, okay, what's it name? Okay. So if I am, that's not how I want to say it. All right. Okay. So taking the Shopify challenge is going to teach me. So tell me this: what's the difference between taking the Shopify challenge and which is going to help me build my Shopify store, and watching it on YouTube for free for somebody teaching me how to start my Shopify store?
Well, the biggest thing is condensing time. So what I'm literally doing is taking 24 years of experience in entrepreneurship, in design, and in e-commerce, and condensing that into 5 days of here's what you need to get the ball rolling. Here's what you need to move the needle in your business. So many times we have information paralysis where we can just absorb all of this information, but we're not doing anything. I'm giving you the steps of what to do so that at the end of this 5-day challenge, you have something not just to launch, but you have something to work towards and a pattern to follow for the rest of your e-commerce career. You need shorten that one because I've been giving some long responses, huh?
Yeah, but I feel like I can definitely mix in and figure out what I need from it. I think one of the ones I wanted is, what am I gonna get after the 5? Like, what's the result after 5 days working with you with Shopify Challenge?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So after the 5 days of the Shopify Challenge, what is the result?
The biggest result is that you have a transformation. Your eyes are open. You have understanding of what it is that you should be doing to really enhance your business. Going from crafting and creating things with your hands and with your skill set, and taking that and 10xing that, sometimes even a 100xing that into a scalable skill. So that's essentially a business that is in a box, ready to go by the time you leave this 5-day challenge.
That's good. You getting condensed. I can see it. I can tell.
I was like, let me shut up.
Oh, cool. Is there any other points you feel like we need to hit? Do y'all have any questions about the Shopify challenge? That way we might have something.
Let's see that, and I'm gonna pull up and see if I can find there.
Yeah,
oh. Oh, Ellen says Photoshop is very hard for me. So, Ellen, you do not have to do Photoshop at all, but we have an option on the bonus day to do a Photoshop class where we show you how easy it is. We have a Photoshop class for absolute beginners. Like, let's say that you just have Photoshop downloaded, you never even opened it before. We have a class for that, a bonus class for that. Yep. So you start with the newbie class on Saturday, and then we have a class where you're going to design your own products using a mini Automizer on that Saturday.
Should the question be like, is there any requirements or anything like that?
That is a good question. Like, do I need to know Photoshop or, already have a Shopify store, any experience? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So if y'all have any questions, this will be a great time to go ahead and post those questions so I can make sure that I touch on those, okay? That sound okay? Hmm? Is it my hair in the way? Okay, we are fixing audio and getting ready to ask some more questions. So I'm here for you all if you have questions. What haven't you done with your Shopify store yet? What's keeping you from doing? I'll tell you one thing you could be doing is literally coming to the Wednesday live classes and doing design work so that you are every single week creating fresh new designs for your store. Creative expressions and gifts. I learned a lot when I took the Shopify challenge. Oh, hold on. I'm also using what you taught in Photoshop. Look, awesome. I'm proud of you. Yep, yep. And Ellen, there is a discount code that you can use during the live if you text the number and you text a special word. Our support team, our customer happiness team will be dropping that in the chat. So absolutely come on over to the YouTuber so you can see that. But the cost of the challenge is $297. We will not be doing any more. Oh, I hear my little loud country self in the background. Yep, there it is. I threw it up on the screen for the one time. Boop. There it is. And you all should see it on the chat. The time, Ellen, it is 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you text that number, you'll get a discount code, and it'll also give you the link to where the Shopify challenge is. It's $297, and we're with you for 5 days straight, actually executing with you, meaning that you can share your screen with us. We're going to make sure that you get the products uploaded into your store. We're going to make sure that you know how to write a product description, that you know who your customer is and how to market to them, how to talk to your ideal customer, aka your avatar. Erica, make sure that when you copy and paste the code that you don't have a space at the end. A lot of times what it'll do when you hit copy, it'll copy a space at the end. But let me know because I have seen it work for others. I'm just going to check here and make sure. I'm going to hit refresh on my screen. Yep, it is definitely working for some folks. So if it's not, if the discount code is not working for you, it may be that you have that little extra space in there. It is also case sensitive, so make sure that you just straight up copy and paste it, or you put the exact letters and numbers in with the caps. Oh, that was the issue when you got it. Awesome! Congratulations, Erica. Let's go. Okay. And it's supposed to be 8 to 10. Let me listen. So I know our customer happiness team put 8 to 11. It ain't supposed to be till 11. It's supposed to be to 10. But what happens is we get so engaged. We want to help you so much that sometimes we stay extra and make sure that you all get what you really need to get to make sure that you have achieved what you need to make it to the next day. And then also like we have this motto where it's no creative left behind. As long as your computer is functioning, as long as you have internet connection, and then when we're doing Photoshop, as long as Photoshop is not letting you down, we are there for you to see you through the project. So this may not be what other challenges about, but this is what our challenge is about. Our challenge is literally to make sure that you get hands-on experience, get something done with us so that you hit the ground running. Okay. We don't want to be the excuse that you have to put this recorded course off for another 6 months and delay the success of your business. We want you to get success now. And the way that you get it now is by taking action now. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to do anything else?
I wanna might wanna do it one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
They changed that Shopify challenge from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Oh, y'all don't want to stay extra customer happiness. It's okay. Y'all can stay till 11. All right.
Let's go for it real quick.
Mm-hmm. So we go sit down. And I think maybe I should turn my sound off because I hear some sound coming through on here, and I don't want it to be in the middle of our thing there.
Right now, I just need to find a spot on you where I can make sure that don't move.
So it's moving, and that's why it's making noise. Is this?
Maybe that might work. You can sit down for me.
Because I was saying, if you need me to move, I can.
Yeah, I want you to do the exact same thing like you would normally do, just by sitting though, so I can see.
Right.
Okay, so if I was to ask you, what is a Shopify challenge? Just go ahead and talk for me.
Oh, yeah. The Shopify Challenge is a 5-day mentorship program where we make sure that you start and launch a store in only 5 days.
Cool. I think this will be good too because I feel like you know how to be more concise now.
Okay. Gotcha.
So some blessings happening like that. So yeah, was just one with that. Then I'll remember that we just need to do that. Talk for me again.
Yes, I'm talking right now. Testing. How does it sound?
Move a little.
Testing.
Yes, I'm hearing some. That's where, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we need to.
Well,
is it the cord that's jumbling up?
I don't know. We pull the cord down. So now the cord is down a little bit more. Do you still hear the?
A lot better.
Is it better? So maybe it was the cord being.
Yeah. Should we have you? Did we do it like you held it on here at one point and it wasn't on your thing? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but
was there a problem with that? Can't remember.
It was, I think when I had it attached up here, but I have it attached on the side now. So usually that's not a problem, but is that like?
I think it's fine. Right now it's good. It's just I think it was that cord that was just
okay. Well, yeah, because it was kind of like coiled up and it was up towards the top. So basically, we need to make sure it leads all the way down and doesn't touch.
The more it's stretched out, the better.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So.
Especially at least down to that part. Yeah.
Got to show my Sierra goodies on the YouTube itch. I'm just trying to pull the cord out. I don't want to give anybody any surprises. I think we're good. So I stretched the cord out, so it's now coming straight down.
Okay. It sounded way better.
Okay, well then that's what it is. Now we know.
Go ahead.
Do. I'm talking and I'm moving. This is how I dance, y'all.
You can hear a little bit, but that's just because it's on your skin.
Yeah.
But other than that, like it's actually like.
Okay. Yeah. So I can do the lean back. I can dance. That's the only thing I do. I don't dance. I just lean back.
That's actually swell.
And I have to be sitting down because if I stand up and I have to move my feet and my hands at the same time, it just don't flow. One of these days, I'm gonna learn to dance. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it live on YouTube with y'all too. And then where should I be looking?
You can look really anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you did a good job. I think you
because I was kind of more or less like conversing with you and looking your way, and I didn't know.
You can look at. I seen a little bit. Sometimes you look over here, this is gonna catch your perspective anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it really don't. Yeah, it's good. I'm just gonna make sure that we good now.
And before you come back over, if you want to look at the screen and see if we have any new questions, just in case.
Mm-hmm. You looking here?
Yeah. Any new questions?
Does anybody have any new questions about the Shopify challenge that y'all like to get an answer from tonight?
While we're live.
While we're live, does anybody have any questions about the Shopify challenge?
And what we're doing right now, this is our part of our content plan or content day. So imagine just getting dressed up one day out of the month and recording enough content that you can post your Monday, Wednesday, Friday content for the entire month. That is what we're doing right now. So if you like, this is the whole point of our content Mondays, so that you get to see the back end of how I'm doing stuff, and you're really getting the coaching of Coach Ant as he's helping me through my content. So this is why it's easier for me to talk about things. This is why my messaging has improved. I also have a business strategist that helps me with the email marketing and what I'm supposed to be marketing, when I'm supposed to be marketing. So literally everything that I'm learning, I'm finding a way to bring it to the community. Either the coaches are coming in, Coach Ant has come in as my coach and literally started coaching this community, this very community. I have City coming in to teach you all about SMS marketing, which is text message marketing, and email marketing. And when I tell you that what she's able to do with email marketing, she's able to get 20 to 40% of sales just from emails and text messages. So if you have a website and you're saying, I'm not selling on my Shopify store, and you don't know why you're not selling on your Shopify store, maybe it's because you're not letting people know you have a Shopify store. And even more than that, maybe the people that know you have a Shopify store don't know what products you offer, or they don't know what deals you have, or they don't know that you have the product that they've really been looking for, because you're not connecting with the customer. So those are all things that we talk about. We talk about what your avatar is. We talk about the products and why those products speak to a specific avatar. And sometimes we have mixed up messaging. I will say this: even I have mixed up messaging, and that's why I have coaching, in order to show me how I'm communicating with my clients, right? So we all need that help, that clarity. Many times we can be the help for everybody else, but when it comes to our stuff isn't getting done because we need that accountability. We need that coaching. We need that get out of your head and just get it done type of mentorship. And that is what we offer during the challenge. And even in the courses, even during these lives, we're always giving value, always giving game, but we just make sure that we concentrate it during this Shopify challenge. Okay.
Cool. Ready?
Yep.
So we'll just start at the top.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, what is the Shopify challenge?
The Shopify Challenge is a 5-day intense mentorship with me and my fellow coaches to help you not only launch your Shopify store, but understand who your customer is and how to speak to them and get a store launched by the 5th day.
Okay. And let me know this. What is the difference between investing in the Shopify challenge versus just watching free videos on YouTube on how to start a Shopify store?
Well, it's about 24 years of experience over here that we condense into a 5-day mentorship to make sure that you have the essentials to actually move the needle, not just take a whole bunch of information and have paralysis. You're actively doing something every single day of the challenge that's going to move the needle in your business.
You said actively doing something every single day of the challenge. So if I was to sign up for the challenge right now, today, what is some of the things that I would learn at the end of the 5 days?
Well, coming into the challenge, you're learning who your ideal customer is. You're learning how to speak to that customer, how to market to that customer via text message, email marketing, and then also we're helping you identify what products to absolutely put on your website. As a matter of fact, we're giving you the products, the product descriptions, as well as everything that you need to list your products, create your categories, list your banners, and create a full-fledged Shopify store in that period of time.
What is the investment for the Shopify challenge?
It's only $297, which during that time, you're getting real-time assistance with launching a store. You would pay that for 1 hour of a Shopify developer. But in this sense, we are teaching you how to fish versus selling you the fish so that you become the person that your business needs and you become the resource that you need to improve your business over and over again.
And you said it's $297 for the 5 days, right, of the Shopify challenge. What if I just can't afford
it? Reframe that question for me. It's not about what you can't afford. It's, can you afford not to do the challenge? Can you afford for this $297 to stop you from making progress with your Shopify store and making sales that you could be making within this 6-month period? And maybe without investing in this challenge, you wouldn't be making any sales at all. Matter of fact, you're losing because you have equipment, you have things that you've invested in that are not returning that investment. So you may be making interest payments and having machines and equipment sitting up that are losing you money, literally. So what are you losing by not investing in the challenge? That wasn't that short, was it? It's supposed to be shorter.
We can do something with that. Did I already ask what if I already have a show? I don't think I did.
But it's okay if you didn't ask it again.
Yeah, I asked it again.
I don't think you got to think somebody else asked, but yeah, you can ask that.
So what if I already have a Shopify store?
If you already have a Shopify store, this is absolutely still going to benefit you because what it does is it helps you flex.
Hold on, let me say it again because we probably going to have this in a different thing.
Yeah, because I think we did say it because I talked about flexing the muscle.
Let's do it. I'm going to do it again. I just want to say it because it's going to be a different piece of content.
Okay.
So I want to make sure people know what I'm talking about. So is the Shopify challenge going to still be beneficial for me if I already have a Shopify store?
Absolutely. So what you're learning with the challenge is not just about launching a product or launching a store. You're learning the reasons why you want a Shopify store, why you want to own your customer data, how you want to market to that customer, how you want that message to be received, as well as learning the practical parts of starting your own products, launching the store itself, even doing things like setting up the products and the variations for them, which might seem daunting. But for this, we make it super simple and we show you all the steps where you can get it done in 5 days. That was still long. I gotta be more concise. I gotta get my brother in here. Yep, nope. 5 days, $297. What's next? Matter of fact, I'll just pretend to be Blake.
During the Shopify challenge, are we only going to be learning from you?
That is a great question. I have brought on some of my coaches as well as some of the people that I have coached to help out with the content during the Shopify challenge. So you'll be learning from my coaches on content. You'll be learning from my coaches on email marketing, text message marketing, but you'll also be learning from coaches that I have helped to develop. You'll be learning Shopify, Photoshop, as well as marketing from people who I have got a privilege to help and watch them grow and earn thousands of dollars just applying the concepts that they learned from this academy and from the Shopify challenges.
To join the Shopify challenge, is there any requirements that I have to meet?
The requirement is that you show up
Mm.
every day. If you show up every single day, we have a motto that's no creative left behind. You're going to absolutely move the needle in your business. You're going to absolutely get something done during that session. And more than anything, you're going to impress yourself with what you have achieved in that 5-day period. So just show up.
Okay. You flew through this one. Should I ask you, is it just about Shopify or is there something a little bit more to it?
Oh, we are doing some AI. I didn't get a chance to talk about that. What's new this Shopify challenge? Because I've took the Shopify challenge before. What else is there? Like other than Shopify, what we're doing.
Okay. Which one do you want? Which one do you think would be better? Like, if I took in the Shopify challenge before, should I take it again? Or what's going to be new this time? Or should I say, is it just about Shopify or is there something else?
Let's say, what's new this Shopify challenge? What's new, or you could say, like, if I've already taken it, what's new this challenge? Because that kind of combines two of them.
Okay. If I've already taken the Shopify challenge before, what's going to be new this challenge?
So new this challenge is we're introducing AI, which is artificial intelligence. We're incorporating that with what you're learning. And in addition to that, every single challenge, we're bringing you content that's relevant to this season. So we're helping you actually prepare for the next season to be marketing, promoting, and making sure that you're putting the products on your site that are actually going to sell, and you're learning the strategies that are relevant to this upcoming season. So every Shopify challenge, we're adding something new.
Why do I need a Shopify store?
That is an amazing question. You need a Shopify store so that you own your customer data. If you are using Instagram, if you're using Twitter, if you're using Facebook, YouTube, in order to have an audience, monetizing that audience is phenomenal. But what's even greater is being able to actually control the data in the community that you have been able to develop there. So you can market to your people. You can let them know when you're having promotions. You can let them know when you have a new product. And more than that, you can actually have a sustainable community that you own the information for.
Does anybody have anything? During the Shopify challenge, will the videos be recorded? So Gracie said during the challenge, they answered that.
Yep.
So going to be replays. That's maybe we can say that.
Yep.
Okay. So you told me that the Shopify challenge. What's the better way to do it?
Is a live hands-on. So I know the Shopify challenge is live and hands-on, but what if I can't make it to the live session?
Gotcha. So I know that Shopify challenge is live and hands-on, but what if I can't make it to all 5 days?
If you cannot make it to the challenge, it's recorded. And what we do is we give you that recording the night of so that you have time to catch up for the following day. But I promise, if you can make it to the live, you want to make it. If you cannot make it, no fear, we have the recordings for you.
Anything else you think is needed?
I think we touched on everything there.
Yeah.
We talked about affiliates, we talked about community, we talked about why you need the store, get your folks off of Etsy and Instagram.
Let's talk about community again. Do we just talk about it sitting here the first time, or did we do it the first time?
I think it was more the first time.
Let's do it again.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like the audio's gonna sound better now.
Okay.
And then we need to talk about the affiliate too.
Okay.
To what if I forgot what? Oh, because that was. Did I ever ask? Oh, you didn't say that when I said.
How can you afford it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So we can.
I just ask it again.
Yeah.
Okay. What if I just can't afford the Shopify challenge?
If we reframe that question, I'm going to ask it a little bit differently and just say, how can I afford the Shopify challenge? If you even want to participate in the Shopify challenge, you know it has value, you know it's going to help transform your situation. That means you'd be a great affiliate to tell someone else how it can help them transform their situation. And with our affiliate opportunity, you have a 50% commission, a 50% commission, so that if you were to help 2 other people grab their ticket, that essentially pays for your seat. So if you can't afford it, or if you think that you can't afford it, I just want you to rethink that particular scenario and say, well, how can I afford it? Right here, right now, if you share it with 2 people and those 2 people join, then that's your ticket for yourself. And you'll be blessing someone else with information, and you'll be able to receive the information that you need to take your store to the next level.
Good. And then we need to talk about community.
Okay, got you.
What question did you say that?
We were talking about why you need your customer data and selling and that sort of thing. So it's kind of giving game a little bit too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We need to talk about it.
Gotcha.
So I'll say it. So how I said it.
I think you just asked me why is it important to have a Shopify store. So what I did was I talked about owning your customer data, but that is important for building and growing a community as well.
Okay. So why is it important to even have a Shopify store?
It's extremely important to have a Shopify store so that, number one, you own your customer data, but the idea isn't owning a customer or even creating a sale. What you're doing is you're creating a sense of community. You have a place that's housed where you can curate the experience for your customers. You can create a community experience. And really and truly, what you're doing with your brand is you are seeking to grow and build a community. This is where you're able to do that without the censorship of all of the different other mediums. And you are actually more in control of your Shopify store than you are of your Instagram account, your YouTube, or even Facebook.
Cool. That was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we might be good on that. If you want, we could also. If you want, you could change, and we could do. We could do a similar setup that we did last time, and we could just see. I don't know. It's basically like more of a podcast now. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you want to do? I don't know what topic you want to cover.
We're just whatever randomness comes up and you want to talk about, we'll talk about.
Cool.
So do you want to talk to the people while I go change?
Yeah, hold on. Before you go change, let me just make sure this is
the audio's good.
Yeah. I definitely feel like it is, but just don't want them staring at
nothing. Ava says to talk about what comes in the challenge. You get files, templates, and a walkthrough, just like taking a live Photoshop class, but geared towards Shopify. That is good. And that things are editable for your future aesthetics. Good stuff, Ava. That's good. I love this that y'all are getting involved. And listen, just as invested as y'all in right now with me tonight, I want you to be invested in creating content for yourself as well and for your store. So we're going to talk about that too. Is the help only during the 5-day Shopify challenge? So Gracie, yes, during the 5 days, we're actually getting the work done. After that challenge is done, you have the recordings, you have the coaching, you have the experience that you need to create however many products you want, however many categories and collections you want, making and changing banners as you wish, like everything that you need to be able to refresh and create change on your website. And I would say not just every season, but every time you do a Wednesday class. Y'all, that's a new product you could be adding to your Shopify store every single week. So if you imagine, that's 50 pieces of content, 50 different products, 50 different designs you could have on your website by the end of a year just by sticking with the plan, sticking with the VIP mentorship. So you will get consistent coaching as well, and then we have some follow up too with that as well. So we'll talk more about that during the challenge. When you all need follow up help, we actually have a solution for that as well. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, yep. So you can use your affiliates depending on if your affiliate, I believe, is in, I'll tell y'all what. Check my calendar here. Affiliates in by the 21st. We'll make sure that you all get those so that you can use it towards the challenge. Okay. Melissa says, so true. I've been slacking with keeping up. But Melissa, I've also seen you've been doing some work. You give yourself some grace, but I also want you to have a goal. I want you to understand this is a challenge, and a challenge is meant to challenge you, you know. So it's not meant to be easy, because if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it. It's not easy, but we make it simple. If that's some understanding there, we make it simple because we break it down and we literally put it on a silver platter for you and teach you every single step of the way. Okay, so the easy thing to do is to not do it and to sit on your website and continue paying $40 a month for a Shopify store that you're not using, or to not have a Shopify store at all and be losing money that you could be making by having a website. You are welcome, love. You ready? Okay. All right. So you can go and talk to the people. Let them know nobody should be making some content right now. Go ahead and get on them, because I haven't been seeing them making no content, and I'm telling them snitching.
Okay, yo. So one of the biggest reasons, and I'll just take a knee, but one of the biggest reasons why we're doing this, why we're showing this stuff, trying to figure out, there it is. That's what I need to look at. But one of the biggest reasons for why we're doing this in the first place is to get y'all to see like a behind the scenes one, but an inside scoop of like the importance of creating content that's gonna connect y'all. Even from this, y'all can see like the things that Shanon is saying are answering the questions that some people are gonna have, or are gonna answer questions that you might have. If this is your first time, if you haven't experienced the Shopify challenge before, right? So create awareness, because you might be the best at what you do, but if nobody knows what you do, right? So people don't know about the Shopify challenge, because if everybody knew, then everybody would be in it, right? Or people don't know the importance and what you're going to get from the Shopify challenge, right? Like I said, what's the difference? If they don't know the difference between the Shopify challenge and everything that's packed into it for only $297, and it's almost basically an entire week's worth of help and content for it, versus just watching and looking up how to start a Shopify store, right, on YouTube, and watching a free video. Not saying that that free video doesn't have any value, but you're going to lose so much more from the processes of understanding marketing better, understanding the importance of making content. Because if you make content that, yeah, I'm biased because that's my part, right? But if you make content that connects, it's also going to be content that's going to convert for you, right? Because people have to buy into you before they buy from you, right? Which is the reason why y'all hearing right now, if y'all bought into Shanon already, which is easier for you. Once you already buy into her, you're willing to give her your time, all this other stuff. Guess what? It's going to be so much easier for her to get your investment into the Shopify channel. It's going to be so much easier for her to get your investment into another class, right? You see the value, so you're willing to give whatever is necessary in return, if it's your time or if it's financial investment. Y'all see the process, but none of that stuff happens if she doesn't make the content. What is the content in this case? Besides the one that we're actually making and we're letting y'all see the inside scoop of, it is the live itself. Y'all able to learn, y'all able to interact, y'all able to be a part of this community, right? When making content, what is the best editing tool or tools? Please ask questions while I'm here too about content. That'd be great. When making content, what is the best editing tool or tools? Editing tool, CapCut. Reason why it's the best is because you can get on your phone, you get on your laptop. So no matter what kind of person, if you're on the go, you're always making content, do it on your phone, right? Or if you do a lot of your stuff, then you can edit it on your laptop. Plus, it's free, right? You have so many controls and so many different tools. If you don't have a mic and the audio is just wrecked, right? And you have too much background noise, depending on where you are, kids, whatever, they actually have a tool in there where you can just turn it on and it will remove background noise and it will just give you your voice, right? It can remove away the things that you don't want to hear. Or if they don't remove it exactly, all of it, it will definitely improve what you already have and it will enhance your audio. CapCut also allows you to put captions in it. So all these different content that y'all seeing from Shanon and basically even just on these social media platforms, a lot of it is from CapCut. Um, yeah, I'm biased, and CapCut just makes things a little easier. What's the best equipment for recording? Wait, what's the best equipment for a recording setup? Um, Depends. What we say is the best camera to start. The best camera is the one that you already have, right? So understanding this, right now we're shooting on. I'll show you what's happening. Just, just for y'all to understand. So right now we're shooting on this, right? But like we always say, the best camera to start with is the one that you already have. This is just because Shannon understands the importance of content, so we invest in what we need, right? And the reason why I invest in this thing is because if people are going to invest in me, I got to make sure that I invest in them. But understand that using the tool that you already have is going to be your best bet so that you can get started right now because you already got a phone on you right now.
So Christy says, honestly, I don't want to show my face. I want to show the work, the progress. What would you recommend, even for stills?
Yes, I'll say that part, and then you can probably touch on that inexpensive background suggestions, especially because you make a lot of yours.
Yeah, we make this stuff, y'all. I got a link for y'all too. Go ahead, Ann.
Yeah. I'm trying to hold on. We're getting way more engagement now. Honestly.
Now y'all got questions. We'll be trying to get off the live.
Right.
Y'all know what?
Honestly, I don't. Okay, yeah. So one of the great ways is to show your process. Sometimes it doesn't have to be content like this, but it could be content of what we were just showing you. We never looked at y'all, but y'all still saw what was going on, right? So showing the process, like you said, that's what you want to do in the first place. You want to show the work. The thing is, it's going to be a lot better, and they're going to build more like and trust if they can see you actually doing the work. Mm-hmm. Right? Not just the end product, but seeing you put the work in, seeing you pressing the shirt, seeing you coming up with the designs. It doesn't you really don't even have to show your face like truly talking to the camera, but it's tons of content where if you're just showing the process and you actually in it, it'll do so much better for you.
Absolutely.
So one, how do I get good music in CapCut? Unlimited by the time music I can add. Yeah. So one of the ways to get good music is going to be getting you can look up on YouTube and there's different types of YouTube downloaders and it allow you to download. You can download actual videos. That's how you see a lot of people when they're editing and you see memes and stuff like that. That's that. And then also you can download by just taking the URL from some of these YouTube downloaders, and then you're able to actually get songs that you might like. So even my thing is a lot of times I'm editing things outside of these social media platforms, but if it's still a trending song and stuff that I want, and I want to make sure that the video is actually flowing, is going with the beats and stuff like that, not just slapped on it, then I would download the trending song, put it with the actual video and edit it to it. And then so when I post it up to the thing, y'all hearing the trending sound, the app is hearing the trending sound, but I actually did a little bit more so that we can have a better product. And then them
this
to
is
you.
Good stuff. Let's see it. Inexpensive backdrop suggestion. If you don't need a custom printed backdrop, we have like a colorful graffiti brick one I got off of Amazon for less than $30. banner stand where it's an 8x10 banner stand, about $99. The one that we have right here is actually a 3D one. It wraps around it and it looks really nice. You can get those wholesale for about a little under $600, but these break down and then they stand up as its own wall, and it looks really substantial, especially if you do events and that sort of thing. So I gave y'all 4over as the supplier that's able to print those. Okay. Another step between the two, if you want a custom printed one that works for the 8x10 regular frames, you can have one of those banners printed for around about 100 to a 200 $250, depending on how soon you need them. And that way you can get your graphics printed on an 8x10 fabric backdrop, not a vinyl, but they have vinyl ones too. The vinyl ones are a little cheaper, but the fabric ones for me work better because if I take them to events and stuff, they don't crinkle, they don't get those wrinkles and folds in them. They look nice and they present well every time. So good question. Yes, this is a cut and sew. This is one of my cut and sews that I did the night before I was supposed to get on a plane. Y'all, every time I'm supposed to get on a plane, I don't know what it is. Coach Q got me into doing cut and sew again. Back in the day, that's what I used to use as an excuse to be late for everything. I used to have to make an outfit before I did anything. So now I've gotten back in that zone, and all the dresses that you saw me wearing or that you see me wearing, the t-shirts, this t-shirt is not cut and sew, but this jacket is, and so are these leggings. So yes, cut and sew, fun stuff. I don't sew for anyone else. I barely sew for myself, but during this challenge, I'm going to be teaching you all how you can do cut and sew without cut and sewing. So we're going to be actually sending that off, like the backpack. We're going to be sending that off to a supplier that can do drop shipping for us. Yeah, if your TikTok is connected to CapCut, yes, TikTok has a deal with CapCut where you can use all of that stuff too. All right, all right. So I guess we're gonna have some other questions. Now, something that we're doing a little different. I'll pull up. I think I can put this on the screen. Okay, so just showing you what I was talking about, being able to have to make some things, but also to use your designs to send off and do drop shipping. So we're going to talk a little bit about drop shipping during this challenge, and also how you can integrate that into your Shopify store. That's going to be something new as well. Yes, the banners vendor. There's several. I actually want to do a whole boot camp on this, which is showing you all how to use your same skills that you use for designing t-shirts and really go for businesses and events, because there's a lot of money in that, businesses and events. So doing banners and backdrops is just one of those things. You already designed the shirt, use the Automizer to design the banners and the backdrops. And then that way you're using the same design skill to make money on a product you don't even have to touch. So one of those suppliers is 4over, letter 4, OVER. There's another website called stickersandbanners.com. I have a whole list of printers that I use for outsourcing. Also, like if you're trying to get next day flyers and things of that sort, there's actually a website called Next Day Flyers. I had to use them recently, and they were able to literally get my product in my hand in 24 hours. Okay, so those are things that I want you all to understand, that as you're learning this game of design and marketing, that you use the same clients, the same Shopify stores, the same Instagram accounts to create another stream of income. And that's my goal. Every single time we do a challenge is to introduce you to something else, something new, something that you can add to whatever it is that you currently offer that doesn't take you off track, but actually allows you to use the same skills to stay on track, but just create a different revenue source. So I don't want you to start learning how to make every single craft that's out there. I want you to focus on what you do, which is digital design. And eventually I want you to be able to make money while you dream. That's the whole idea. I don't want you to dream about having to make candles and balloon structures and t-shirts and, oh, I got sublimation plus vinyl plus some random cardboard cutouts to do. I want you all to really get focused and figure out how to use that design skill to make money various different ways. And then eventually you can outsource some of the things that you want to incorporate, but you're going to be clear about your customer and clear about what your customer needs. Yes, we're going to have a bonus session on Saturday where you all will be using the Automizer if you want to. We're going to give you a free mini Automizer, which is literally what you're looking at on the screen right now. You're going to learn how to design the book bag, t-shirts, the all over versus the 13 by 19, the socks. There's a kid tumbler, and then there's also a lunch bag. So you'll be using the Automizer to do those things. And we'll be adding some things. So these are all things that we're adding to the Automizer as well. Ooh, the Shopify challenge, Cynthia. We usually we try to do one every 60 to 90 days. But if you can join the one now, then you're 60 to 90 days closer to getting where you need to be. So I would say do your best to come. If you absolutely cannot come, I understand. But don't wait for the Shopify challenge if you can afford not to wait, okay? Good questions, y'all. All right. So I think we're ready to do some more content. Let me
see your mic.
Oh, you know what? Oh yeah. Oh, I left it on my other dress, so I need to go get the mic. I'm glad you said something. All right. I'll be right back, y'all. Forgot my mic. Okay. Make sure I got it on right. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, I couldn't find my matching shirt, so I got on one of the kids' shirts. So technically, it's kind of crop topping me right now, but you can't see. I got on the extra medium shirt. Oh, the Automizer, Gracie, is a product that is used in Photoshop. And the Automizer allows you, once you design one t-shirt or one product, it takes those same elements and magically, creative, geniusly applies them to other products so that You're not having to design a separate banner, design some socks, design a book bag. All of those things are automatically designed when you design one of the products inside of the Automizer. And the full Automizer is on the Academy website. You can actually use the coupon code on that too. However, if you do the challenge, I'm gonna give y'all a heads up. I usually don't tell people this ahead of time, but if you do the challenge and you do not have the Automizer yet, then I offer you a really, really phenomenal deal that is worth the challenge alone. If you join the challenge, I offer you an opportunity to purchase the Automizer at a discount that you will never get if you're not inside of the Shopify challenge. All right. So you check my mic levels. Am I good? I seen the little things moving on there.
Yeah, so that will be able
We're
to
good?
sales. I'm checking it.
Okay. All right, Gracie signed up for the challenge. Let's go. Thank you. And thank you for you investing in you. Let's go. So yeah, we're gonna help you get the Automizer experience on that bonus day. You can come to the Photoshop day, and you're gonna do Automizer plus some banners. Messing up again?
Yeah.
Well, I put it on, so I don't know if I messed it up.
You actually do yours. You
want to do it on the outside?
Yeah.
That might just be what we have to do. Just let it show. It's fine. I mean, it's no different than me holding a big old microphone in my face.
Oh, dude. We basically got this now. So you're gonna be talking.
Okay. If you will just text that number, don't put the link on there. Let them text the number so that they can get the coupon code and the link. So
Listen to you now. Am I good? Okay.
You good?
I think so.
All right. So we're getting ready to do some more recording. Tracy G is worth it. Well, thank you, love.
It's that cord.
It's the cord again? No, this one should be stretched out pretty good because it's inside of this medium shirt. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah, this one it's pulled pretty much down. Do I need to give it some slack? This is it right here?
Talk to me.
Talking to the moon. No. Oh Lord. Or maybe it's because this one is on the back now. Maybe so. Let me just
see. I'll give you this real quick.
Okay.
This my trust day. Always good.
Different mic. So basically, just take this part off.
Yeah, you can just unplug that and then you just pull that thing. And you just
unplug it. Oh, you know what? This was is that meant to be loose like that?
Yeah, because you can tighten it.
Okay. So that might have been no?
Maybe.
English. We'll know for next time. All right.
We can do this one easier.
Okay.
So all you gotta do, put this in your jacket.
Mm-hmm.
You can drop it there, just let the weight drop it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then we'll rock it like that.
Okay. Cool. And then you want to pin that where you need it, and I can
Mm-hmm.
put that somewhere. I just pin it to the bottom of the jacket since it doesn't matter. Well, does this one matter if it moves around? We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want it to be more secure than that. All right, there we go. Okay.
All right, now let me check that out.
The recommended time for each content session, you could do an hour. Like if you're just recording yourself, you can have your stuff already prompted and do an hour, maybe 2 hours. If you're doing some extra, like what we're doing is changing clothes and kind of getting more than just one segment. But listen, if y'all just took an hour and either made some stuff or showed some things that you made or give value to your customers or why they should do sublimation. Y'all said, hey, nobody want no white shirts. I'm going to tell you a line right here that got me so many sales with sublimation. Y'all ready? Write it down, take a picture because I do give a what, okay? Sublimation is the highest quality printing process. It will never crack, peel, or fade. As a matter of fact, it will last a lifetime. This is perfect for your memorials, your gifts, your memories that you want to last a lifetime. In fact, this shirt will literally tear up before this print ever leaves. That's how high of a quality process it is. So, and then what I do is I'm always wearing sublimation. So I'll be like, touch it, feel it, feel it. So if you're doing what I tell you, if you're doing what I tell you to do and you're wearing your brand, you're able to walk up to them and say, hey, just touch it. Just touch it. It's okay. And I promise you it will sell your product for you. You need a spokesperson? Christy, you know what? I think I got something for y'all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some content that everybody can use. How about that? And there is no excuse after that. If you can post my content, you can use my voice, you can use whatever image that I put on there to sell your product is fine. At least it'll give you an understanding that it's going to translate different than a mock-up. It's going to translate different than a picture of something that you do. Like actually seeing movement and seeing the product in action is going to be a big deal. Now, here's the other thing. You could offer your customers to send you a picture of them wearing something for a 30% discount on the next order. What that is number one, it's pretty much an instant testimonial. Number two is you're creating content without having to create content. Okay, let's go. Let's get creative with this. If it's something that you don't feel comfortable doing at the moment, let's practice on being comfortable and being confident. Doing that thing over and over and over again. That's your competence level, right? But let's also focus on, well, what do I feel comfortable with? What can I do right now? Let's get it done. Because I promise you, like I said earlier, done is absolutely better than perfect. Okay. And I tell you what, how many of you all believe me when I said the Shopify challenge is great? And then how many of y'all believe me more when somebody else said the Shopify challenge is great? So your customers giving testimony on your behalf is way more powerful than you telling everyone that you have the best designs and the best products. Okay. Let your customers speak for you, and that's going to translate to your potential customers a lot better. All right.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can keep talking to them. You just sit down for them.
Okay.
So make sure that the audio don't sound
all right, so I won't be able to see what y'all are saying, but I'm going to be answering some more questions. And we're going to be focused on this camera.
Yeah, it's essentially the same setup though.
Okay.
So that one's still on you. But you can look at this camera.
Look at that one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
You can kind of switch it up, I guess, if you want. It really don't matter. This one's gonna kind of be. This is literally the setup we had. A little different, obviously, because we moved things. But this is like what we did when when I was asking you, basically when you're my testimonial.
Got you.
So it's that kind of thing.
Okay.
But instead of the camera, the other camera being on me, it's on you.
Got you.
Yeah. Keep listening.
Need me to keep talking?
Yeah. Just so I can make sure that we're good. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and place start it real quick so we can see.
All right.
Okay. So what is
You can see it from there?
Yeah, I can see this. I'm just seeing framing wise.
Okay, I thought you were reading this.
Oh no. What's any topics, like bullet points that you might want to mention?
For just in general.
Yeah, this is more like podcast-esque. This is where we can kind of get some game.
Okay, got you. So basically, most people want to know where to start. What's your background story? Where you are? Basically, how you qualified to help me, and how have you helped others? That's usually that format. So if you want to ask me questions like that, then I can just kind of. Actually, I'm going to be on a podcast this Thursday. The Squad Creatives podcast. I'll give y'all the link in the email so y'all can watch me on Thursday. So this will be good practice for that. So basically, fire away and just ask me whatever.
Cool. Let me see here.
Y'all know I love the willy-nilly skillfully.
Check this out.
And it's just checking on the sound right now. So when you're recording on the external devices and you're using mics, you definitely want to do some sound checks because you don't want to get into recording all that great content and then your audio's not right and then you just feel like you wasted a whole day of getting cute and making videos for nothing. Let me see. I think I see another comment. I'm just going to check on that. Oh, awesome. Creative expression. I've been collecting photos from my customers. Last year, I received $15,000 in advertisement for TV for free and used some of my customers' photos in the commercials. Awesome. Congratulations. That's a big deal. Yep. And even when we do our Shopify listings and we're listing the sublimation process, I call it the premium print process. So basically that's the premium process and everything else is still of high quality, but the best quality I like to explain to people is sublimation. So good stuff, y'all. All right, make sure that you all are texting that word to that number that you see only on the YouTube page so that while we're live, because as soon as we get off of this live, then that coupon code expires and you won't be able to use it on the Shopify challenge, y'all. Oh, okay. So the brand and Shopify done with you in a day session, That is a session that's for entrepreneurs who may not necessarily be interested in actually creating the creative products that we're making. So, what we're doing in our Shopify challenge for the 5 days is we're actually showing you products that you could be marketing. We're giving you the resources, we're giving you these templates, we're working through all of these templates and things with you. For that done with you in a day session, it is more for people who need to launch a Shopify store, but maybe they have a beauty product line, or they are selling digital products and they just need to know how to set up a store and what logos needed and how to talk to their ideal customer. That is a 1 day long boot camp. And when I say long, it's a 6 hour, pretty much 6 hour boot camp day. And that's what we're doing in that one. So I see you've been on the website and you check that out, Rob. Good job. So we're doing one of those on Saturday, and it's a session to help me help entrepreneurs that aren't interested in creating custom products, photo gifts, and that type of website. But you of course you can benefit from that as well.
I'm gonna switch this to these
Mhm.
for this. 2 reasons. One, it just feels like different content.
Okay.
Then the second one is, um, I want to do some research. I'm gonna try to get us some better laws. I feel like for some reason it's weird.
Just moving around. Okay.
Something better.
So take it. Oh, yeah. I gotta take the clip off, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we'll just maneuver.
And then take that. Gotcha.
Then I'll listen. Do me a favor. While you're talking to them, you just talking to this mic, so
Okay.
I can make sure.
So the same mic that I just had pinned to me also goes inside of this housing and becomes a handheld mic. Isn't that cool? I would have never known that had I not had a content coach.
Yeah, audio good now.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. I see y'all are still hanging on to the live. Y'all getting quiet on me. Y'all can ask some questions. Y'all know how hard it is to get me live, y'all. This is your time to have my attention and for me to give to the community free game, whatever it is that you all need. I need to know so that I know how to help you. Oh, you know what? I have they call them flags, the flag for the mic somewhere, but yes, we're working on that too. So we're gonna have the branded flags for the mic, the branded backdrop. Might have a little podcast coming along. I don't know what y'all feel about that. See, we ordered them. We got to do the vinyl for them. So boom. Need to quit slipping on it. This should already be done, right? I'm waiting to get perfect, and perfect never gets done. That's why it's not done right now. But I'm working on the logo for the podcast and everything. So that's gonna be major to have that on here, y'all. So yep, and like I said, I hope to be traveling and coming to visit you all. So I want to visit the expos and do some meet and greets with you all. I also want to do some pop-ups at some of your shops and do a true shop doc fashioned work with me day. Yep. So just out of curiosity, anyone here have a brick and mortar? Which I'm not necessarily like I'm not a full promoter of brick and mortar because I believe that nowadays you can do just as well, if not better, doing digital and online sales. But there's definitely still some pull to brick and mortar. And I also think that the brick and mortar setups could also serve as like community places where other creatives can come to either learn or to get things done as well. And we should be promoting that amongst one another instead of worrying about whether somebody's going to be your competition. Like you should just become their light bill, right? It might not be their biggest expense, but what it is a necessary expense. It's something that they need you for every single month. And they're not going to let you go unpaid because they need you to operate their businesses. So I really want us to start using our resources like that and creating resources for the community. In Jacksonville, I hadn't opened it up. Andrew, if that's something that you really want, let me know because that could be something that we open up for you. Remodel my garage for my business, low cost. Yep. I'm telling you, you know what? I want to, maybe I could do a show your shop because I don't mind. I spent the majority of my time, even until recently, working out of garages. I worked out of a shed in the woods, y'all. A raccoon ran up on me and I had to call the popos on the raccoon. Okay. So when I tell y'all, I'm not judging anybody. I promise. You could go on YouTube right now. Like I have an old YouTube video on an old channel, and it's literally me recording from a shed in the back of the woods somewhere. Yeah, that was fun stuff. Ooh, that AI class was great. Been hooked ever since. You put a photo expansion to use for a customer whose picture was missing part of the head. Yes. Isn't that amazing? I'm so glad you love the AI class. So I want to do another AI class. I'm going to incorporate some AI inside of the Shopify challenge. So you will get a little bit of AI there. We're not going to be actively doing it like we did for the AI in Action course, but I definitely want to do another AI in Action course. That was super fun, super useful. And you all, like, I love when I teach y'all something and y'all put it to work immediately. Yes. All right. So was the sound okay for this one?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. And Brandon Bryant's. Okay, you did the wardrobe change too. Love it, love it.
Okay. And I'll be able to crop in on all that. Let me know. Me here.
Mm-hmm.
We still see you really good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, a little closer to that. Cut that off. Okay, seems like we... Alright. That'll be better. Yes. Okay. And so, okay, just talk to you. Like I got people that need to know about you and everything that you're available. Okay. So how do you want to do it? Do we want to do this like it is?
Let's pretend like it's your podcast.
Yeah, and
I'm a guest on your podcast.
Okay, cool.
You can ask me anything.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So before we get too deep into it, I just want to make sure that I know the audio is good, but I gotta make sure the audio is good.
Right.
So, and you can kind of chill with it like around here.
Okay. Got you.
And that'll be fine. I'm excited though.
Let's go. We're doing a podcast right here, right now.
All right, let me get it right. Just gotta make sure.
So we're checking the audio to make sure that these mics are good. This is the Rode mic. And like I said, it's the same one that we had pinned on the lapel, but it's inside of the stand now. So it's very versatile.
Yeah. And I know it's already good. I can hear you when you're talking that it's good. It's just the time that you don't check be the time you're
Right.
like, dang.
I'm not mad at you for checking, especially if we're gonna put some energy and some effort into it. Might as well make sure it's right. What my dad used to say that preparation is 90% of success. Like if you actually prepare for the thing, then when the opportunity comes, it's automatic success.
It's perfect. Perfect. Just have to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do that just for like clients in general, but two, when I used to make all that content and stuff.
Mm-hmm. You do all that talking, and
Yeah,
then
I'm
you come back
saying
and like, yeah,
nothing will make you more tired than talking, man. It's crazy. I don't know what it is, but talking just gets you tired.
mm-hmm. The mental energy, the got it.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, what I feel like the people want to know is what got you into, we got you into design, we got you into all of this.
All of this started when I was just a young girl, and my dad would teach us skills to do with our creativity. So we would learn to draw, we would learn to paint, airbrush, vinyl cutting. We actually started our first business together when I was in high school. We would do these type of projects for other people. So we would help them design logos and banners and that sort of thing. And eventually it became an official business in 2008 before he passed away.
Mm. And what, so would you say like your dad had a huge influence on all this?
The biggest, and I might have been rolling my eyes back then, but now I realize that he was my first and greatest mentor. He was the wisest person that I've known, and I see exactly what he was setting us up for. And I can't thank him enough, nor provide enough of my skills and my talents towards helping others do exactly what he helped me to do.
Mm. See, this is one of the things. I already knew that part, but I didn't know like the true why behind it all. And I think it's so great. Um, and I even to see him right there too, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think it's cool. Um, what I would also like to know is like what got you into, is it just like that him pouring into you that made you start wanting to pour into other people?
I believe that's where it started from.
Yeah.
Even when I was a kid, I was always a mentor. I was always starting what I call friendship clubs. I would have songs and agendas and projects we would work on. I had a song called Be My Friend. That was a country song that I literally made everybody in the hood sing. Didn't know anything about country music. But the idea was I noticed how early on everyone wanted to see someone believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the privilege of having someone not only believe in me, but actually show me ways that I could believe in myself.
Yeah.
And even as a child, I made sure that I put that same effort and energy and love into anything that I did, especially when it involved people.
Yeah. I'm similar too in a way where like my biggest thing is like I don't, dreams don't die. It's just like dreams don't die, people do. Right.
Mm.
And so sometimes, literally people die. And then the other part is like sometimes you die, even though it's not in the literal, but it's in the figurative,
Mhm.
where you let those things die and it kills you.
Right.
Right. And so like I got a tattoo, it's called Dreaming, just so I can always remind myself, but also too, my biggest thing is like I put, what I'm saying, all my faith in God. And I always believe that God, He put our dreams and our vision in the most beautiful and best nation in the world, and that's your imagination.
Absolutely.
Right? It's so amazing because nobody else can touch it but you.
Yes.
Right? And so I feel you on that. And one of the biggest things that I admire from you is not only just pouring into people, but just having a simple conversation with you. It's like so much different from many people. Yeah. Right? So where do you feel like that light that you bring kind of comes from? Do you feel like that is innate, or do you
I
feel
absolutely feel like it's innate. And that's really where the name came from, because this is just our natural God given talent. It is literally, I feel like everyone is a creative. Everyone is a creator because we are literally creators from the creator. So we're directly linked. And when we're in that mode where we're receiving that direct download, that direct message, that direct vision, I believe that God gives us the provision to do anything that He gives us the vision for. A lot of times, people lack the light and the illumination of seeing that in themselves. So my goal of being a light is not just, to show everybody how bright I am, but to expose how bright they are. How I love to use the word genius. Like, people feel like genius is reserved for an IQ. We're all geniuses, absolutely. And when we can work in our mode of genius, we are absolutely unstoppable and limitless.
Yeah, and ooh, that's powerful. Yeah. I even start saying that a lot. People don't hear it enough, and I get it from you. Just
Yeah.
being in your mode of genius
Yes.
and staying in that. And I love that you just said though, like the illumination of yourself, like being able to see literally what's possible for you, and realize that what you tied in at the end is it's limitless. Right? There's
Absolutely.
absolutely no limit. The only limit is that there is for you is the one that you put on yourself.
Right. And the ones that we borrow. So instead of borrowing someone else's lack of confidence, or borrowing someone else's limitations, like, I like to be the confidence that somebody can borrow. I like to be the one that can speak ideas into existence, where, like, we literally have a conversation, and I don't mind being the charge or the energy that you need to go run with the idea that you've had this whole time, but everybody else was questioning that idea. What I did was I questioned why you're not taking action on that idea. Like, why aren't you doing that? What's stopping you? And what do you need to actually pursue that? Because I fully, wholeheartedly believe that where passion and purpose leads, that profit always follows.
Always, 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 always. Um, yeah, that's so good. Yeah, I think one of the things that caught my interest, obviously, when the first time I ever seen you, or saw you rather, it's definitely what you wear, right?
Yeah.
And
That's
just
intentional.
right,
Yeah.
100%, right? And everything. But talk to me a little bit from like even what's behind us, where it's the brand on demand. What is the brand on demand?
So brand on demand is, it's a concept. It's not just a brand. It's really, it's about you being able to express yourself, but also someone else being able to know who you are and what you do at any given moment. So it started off as an opportunity for us to help other creatives, other businesses actually show who they were when we would go to these marketing and networking events. So we would literally bring a heat press, bring printers, bring t-shirts and hoodies and name tags and tumblers, and allow people to place their brand on a product. And believe it or not, we're at a networking event with 30,000 people. Most everyone that came to us, this was their first time ever getting their brand on something. And they were literally so excited to have the brand on them that they would come back to the booth after they put on whatever it was that they bought from us, and literally explain to us how many people they connected with at that very event because they were wearing their brand.
Wow.
So that's where it sparked. And just showing my community, also my creative community, how they can set up on demand print centers like the brand on demand booth. It just served two different purposes, but for both for the entrepreneur community. So you have entrepreneurs over here with businesses never been branded before, and you have people with all this equipment that have never taken it to an event and done anything with it before. So it just on the spot, it helped two different communities, and it was fulfilling both ways.
And like, what makes you even come up with that concept? Because like you said, what you do is very unique, but everybody has this equipment, in a way, right? So like you said, like people have this equipment, but it's just kind of sitting there where you could be doing something going out. So what makes you like? What's that little idea that pops into your head that you say, we can do this? Like, this is the gap. Like, let's do that. Like, what kind of sparks that for you?
Listening to others' problems. My dad used to teach me that if you could just listen to other people's problems and become a genie, like listen to their wishes, grant them, become their genie, you can absolutely never be broke or broken. because you have a purpose, and your purpose is in serving others. You identify problems, you identify those gaps and those holes, and then your natural instinct is to want to solve them and fill those gaps. So why wouldn't somebody pay you for a solution they have to a pain point that they have? So if you are constantly seeking, how can you serve, how can you help others, that solution is going to plug the problem for them and put money in your pocket. Both are pretty good solutions there.
And on top of the brand on demand, like what else do you offer? What else are you like helping the world
with? Well, I coach other creatives on how to take their creativity and use it as currency, use it to create cash flow, use it to create multiple streams of income within a single given audience. That's one of my specialties. But I also help entrepreneurs in general just show their brand, because it's more than merch. It's more than just a t-shirt. It's literally you showing the world who you are and how you can help them. And too many times we are our best kept secrets. I actually learned that from you. Just literally being the best at something, but nobody knowing how good you are. Yeah. And my goal is to see everybody working in their creative genius and really thriving in that, because I believe that's supposed to be how we're serving in our purpose.
We're going to stop right there for 1 second, because we're going to be going for 10 minutes. That's good. I'm realizing as you're talking, I'm like, we could, because right now I'm recording it so we can make like short form content out of all this stuff intentionally, but I'm like, we could make long form out of this too, if you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And kind of spark something, and then what I'll do is I'll just crop it like I was about to do the other stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, well, I'm interested. What kind of questions do y'all have? Like, I don't care. We can get all in my business. It don't matter.
I'm like, I definitely know that the community would want to watch this.
Absolutely. So y'all, what kind of questions do you all want to know? Like, scoop background. Do y'all want to know what I got my PhD in? Why they call me Dr. Wooden? Give me some idea of what things you all are interested in. Because I don't know. I talk about business a lot, but I know that there are some other things that you all are interested in, and maybe even pull some things out of yourselves. And y'all, do not forget, while we're live, you can use the discount code. So if you have not purchased the Shopify Challenge, you can right now using the discount code while we're live only. I promise y'all, I will not be doing any coupon codes or discount codes for the Shopify Challenge. We had our early bird special. My business coach told me not to do any more discounts after the early bird special, because what it does is it gets my clients used to discounts. Then they only purchase when they see discounts. And I'm telling you that because as I'm receiving business coaching, I am coaching you as well. If the only time your customers purchase from you is when they get a 25% off coupon code, then that means that something is not right there. They need to see the value in what you do at all times. And yes, a discount code is great while they're participating or they're helping you promote a product, or you're just being generous during a certain season, but it should not be the only reason why your customers shop with you. Do you recommend voiceovers for anyone who may have speaking concerns? You know what? For my Shopify Accelerator participants, I gave them a homework assignment to record their voicemail, right? And the majority of us are introverts, right? I'm actually introvert. I'm telling y'all this story because I think it matches up to what you all are too. But I'm an extrovert. If I know that I am serving a purpose and helping other people, I put on my cape and I can save others. For some reason, I can do that without too much harm to my introvertedness. Now, I say that to say that you don't always have to create content with your voice, but you can get others' voices as well. I actually recorded their voicemail messages for them. I remember there was a script and all, and they were like, "Oh, we like the way that you do it. We love your voice." So I don't know, for this Shopify challenge, I may, if I have enough time to create some content, maybe I'll get Coach Ant to help me. Ooh, next week. Let's do this. I will create content that everyone can use for the Shopify store with the products. And then I will give it to those who come to the Shopify challenge. And you can use it as your banner. You can use it as your content, like your Instagram content, Facebook content, all that good stuff. Okay. Only for those that come to the challenge. Okay. Let's go. All right. So you got it how you need it now?
Yes.
Okay. Sit down.
Oh. I'm actually gonna keep that, but I'm actually gonna turn this.
Extra shiny over here. What?
Turn that a little bit.
You know the old trick to take the back of your hand and sop up the shine.
Yeah, good. That's fine. Okay. So I know that you have a PhD, right?
Yeah.
And so tell me the transition from getting your PhD to then making t-shirts.
Well, that is very interesting because I have been making t-shirts since high school. That's actually when I learned Photoshop, and those Photoshop skills got me into a fashion design program, then later into textiles. And then I got recruited by the engineering department while I was in my undergrad. I was recruited into a master's level program for textiles and for engineering. And from there, I went on to learn things like 3D scanning, high performance materials, carbon fibers. I created 3D scans, 3D printed products, pretty much anything that I could think of. I made furniture from scratch, like sofas, not just like a chair or a little desk or something. Literally, I designed sofas from scratch. And everything that I've done has always been a mix of this interdisciplinary type of work. So yeah, I might learn design over here, but I learn form and function. I learn engineering. I learn systems, even the way that I design now in Photoshop. I design t-shirts like a system. I have a foreground, a background, in a way that I actually create templates for others. Is creating systems for people in a creative mindset. So I've always loved to merge those two worlds, the left and the right brains. So when I had the opportunity after I finished my PhD, I did this one thing. I asked God before I went looking for a job, because in my world, a job means just over broke. And really, it's a mindset. It's not necessarily that you might be broke financially. It's just like you're just over broke because you're just living for the next paycheck, the next opportunity that somebody else gives you or offers you. And I was raised by my dad to believe that you create opportunities, you don't wait for opportunities. So I literally said to myself, well, God, I know I can make at least six figures as a professor in engineering, because I ended up getting my PhD in engineering, if that wasn't clear, a few degrees later. But what happened was I was so interested in helping people on YouTube that were struggling with designing and struggling with this pandemic taking over and them not having ways to earn money. So what happened is immediately when I saw people that needed help, I saw my people. I saw my tribe. I saw my community that I could develop there. And I asked God, if I can have $40,000 for this year, then I would not take the $120,000 job as a professor in engineering. So that particular year, I did 120K.
Wow.
In less than 6 months.
Whoa.
Off of helping people for free on YouTube.
Wow.
And when I saw that and I saw the power of that, I no longer had that feeling that I had to be owned by anyone or my ideas had to be someone else's. Like I literally felt like I can be my own free spirit, my own free mind, and help other people free their spirit and free their minds in this creative realm. So once I saw that for myself, like I had no choice but to teach other people like how to do this and how to feel what I was feeling. And I quickly discovered that so many people were like me. They wanted to be able to raise their families and spend more time with their significant others and their loved ones and actually develop something together. Because a JLB, regardless of how much you make, you can't pass that on to the next generation. So this was something that we were able to make stick and do what we love, which is creating.
That's crazy. Um, how how'd you do it? Right? Because I feel like people are gonna when they hear that you say that, you're just like, God, if you can just get me 40, you know what I'm saying? If I can just
40K.
get 40.
Listen, I was already almost 200K in debt for all the degrees that I had collected over the years. So 40K for me was just enough to feel free. Like if I could take care of my bills, do what I love to do, and help people, that's freedom to me. And what I wanted to do was buy my freedom. And buy my time and buy the ability to work in my creative mode of genius without feeling like I was leasing it to somebody else. And I feel like that's what we don't realize when we're looking for stability in jobs, where that stability comes with a price. And a lot of times that price is your genius. Like you're renting out or you're leasing out your genius to someone else who knows what it's worth, because they're willing to pay you, almost indefinitely, as long as you're willing to stick with them. But you're not understanding the value that you have is so much greater. It's exponentially greater. It's infinitely greater when you learn how to hone it and collect it for yourself and for your community. And once I saw that, it wasn't what I was doing for myself, because obviously, like everything that I get goes right back into business, goes right back into serving the community. But it became a game of impact versus income.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So that's where I am now. Like I want to grow the community. I want to help more people. I want to help other people be able to see their value and really take full advantage of it.
Yes. And I think you said it earlier that truly, and it was off camera, but you said it earlier when you were basically saying like God will send the provisions once He's already given you the vision.
Absolutely.
Right? And so I mean, literally, that's the testimony right there.
That's
to
it.
say like I was asking for 40, but God knew so much more was going to come from this, so He blessed it 3 times fold. Right?
And literally replace that income that I was dreading. I've never understood like why I was dreading taking $120,000 job, but literally that $120,000 was gifted to me in just serving my purpose.
Yeah.
So from there, I had nothing to complain about, nothing to to hold me back. And I tell people about this framework that I love to quote. And it's one that I came up with myself, but it's these the 3 C's, and one of them is your confidence, the competence, your circumference, and then congruence. And the reason why I came up with that is exactly like you said. When people say, "Well, how did you do it?" And when I looked to summarize that, it was number one, the confidence. So having the confidence to know that you can do the thing and do it well, and having the faith that thing that you're investing in and that you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That's first. And then the competence is just doing the thing enough times consistently to where you can do it without even having to think much of it. So if Photoshop was that thing for me, then yes, I had confidence in it. I had my competence, but I also had to have circumference. And that's where I had to develop a community, because the circumference is who you're surrounded by. If you're surrounded by people who don't understand entrepreneurship, they don't understand why you're making t-shirts and you have a PhD. I had to literally create my circle. I couldn't wait for one to be shown to me. And a lot of times we're in that predicament where the people around us don't understand what we're doing, and that really impedes our progress. So creating a community was one thing. And then I started investing in coaching. And then that was a whole nother circumference. I saw people having million and multi-million-dollar days, not years, days. And my circumference started to shift what I believed I could do and what I understood was possible. So that circumference was that one thing that changed too. And then finally is congruence for me is the person who I want to be lining up with the person who I am today. So do I see them as the same person? Am I congruent with that? Or am I saying I want this over here and my actions don't line up with that? So how some people call it alignment. Like how congruent are with that person that you say you want to be? Because you are that person today, especially if you really truly believe that you want that result. But are we acting like that person today that we claim we want to be? So with those things, that's really how I attribute the success in its parts.
Mm. I think another C that you can that I think many people, one of the things that I really value off of you, that you actually created is community, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about just one, the importance of community, cultivating a community, creating this kind of community, and then like one for like essentially the importance of it to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Non-business wise, and then the other half business wise, why having community is so important.
I think we all understand community because we all understand something living outside of ourselves. If we look at children, parents, something and someone that we care about that is outside of ourselves is so powerful. If a child is trapped underneath the car right now and it's your child, you're going to find the superhuman strength to move that car or do something that you've never done before. And I always find that to be so phenomenal that when we need to step up for someone else, we can extract something from us that we had no understanding that we could do. And that is the power of community. Also, collective thought, collective resources, things that we're not really taught in school because it's always, do your work yourself, no sharing. You want to cultivate everybody being so independent. But what you do is you split the resources and you also split the potential that someone has to take two ideas and merge them together. So with community, you learn the gap sooner. You learn how to help more people with group sessions than one-on-one. So for me, the community has been single-handedly what has given me so much success in such little bitty time. And the success is not just my success, because I could say that the community has helped me to earn, but what the community has really done is shown me that when I design something, I could only design so many designs. I could only make so many shirts. I could only service so many people. But when I was able to take the ideas out of my own hands and embed them in this community, then I watch all of the flowers grow and I watch people make their own gardens. I've even watched some of the people who stole flowers from my garden still flower, and I can still say that I had a part in this success. Mm-hmm. So in the long run, like I really see, what are you doing if you don't have a community? What are you doing with knowledge that you have? What are you doing with mastery that you have if you're not sharing it with someone else?
Right.
I feel like that's selfish and that's not of God. Either that's not your purpose, like if you're not willing to share it, it's not your purpose. Right. If God gave you something, he gave it so that we can share with others. And that's why I'm so willing to teach others exactly what I do.
Yes, I love what you said. I believe that wholeheartedly. Scripture where it basically says that, your gift will make room for you, right? I feel like sometimes we think that when we hear that, we think that it's really just all about us,
right?
And that my gifts will make room for me, but truly it's about using your gift to help others, and that will create the room. Mm-hmm. That will get you in the room.
Yes, and absolutely.
So it's just amazing to see it, because I always say too, like the blessings don't come to you, but they come through you.
Absolutely.
Right? And I can see it so much and how much has happened for you. And then even just we can look on here and they can't see it, but just the lie that's going on and the blessings that people are seeing and they're hearing just from what we're creating right now. And I mean, and this is everything that you've cultivated, right? And you didn't know this when you first started that you was going to build this, and you see it. But like for me, I'm not even from the beginning, but just seeing it, it's like an all moment. And I wonder, like, how much time are you able to, or if you even get the opportunity to kind of step back to just kind of see everything that you've grown?
I'm having to now. This is a new phase. So these are all growing pains. This is what we experience and go through. So I'm having to create the systems in order to back up and to step away and step back and see what it is that's developed and what's the next step. Yeah. Honestly, I've been so inundated with what I want to do that I haven't realized that this is still work. right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that we need to learn too. And I think there are seasons of balance and there are seasons of planning and work and overflow. But in this season right now, my goal is to create systems not just for myself, so that other people can scale and borrow the same opportunities that I've had, and they don't necessarily have to go through the things that I've gone through. So my goal now is to package that, make it available to others, so that they don't have to go through 24 years of what I've had to discover, amongst YouTube failures, successes, and even bad partnerships and everything else that goes rolled up into this. Like, my goal now is to shortcut someone else's progress if they're willing to do the work.
And what last thing I want to end it with is, what is something that you want to leave somebody with? And what I mean by that is, like, what's a message that you would want to give to the people about either business, community? It's limitless, right? Like you said,
Right.
even us, we're limitless. So what is something that that you just want to share, a message that you feel like is important for the people to hear?
The power is in your purpose.
Mm.
And so many people say that, well, I need help finding my purpose. And I don't think we find our purpose. I think our purpose finds us. And I think we realize it in some of the most subtle ways, the things that come easiest to us, the things that people ask us a million times how to do, and we just brush it off as, oh, that's easy. It's just ABC. Well, it's easy to you because literally either God gave you that as a talent that's very, very easy for you to do, or gave you the obstacles that you needed for that to feel easy when somebody else sees it as the biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
So, for instance, Photoshop and Shopify are things that people like actually fear, like they have real deal fears. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm not touching it. It scares me to death. So my goal was that, hey, this here, this is what's scaring you. This is easy. So I take something that I feel is easy and I make it seem easy and simple for others, and then my gift is transferred to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if more of us are to recognize our purpose, not necessarily to find it, because it's already there. You don't have to find purpose. It is ingrained in you. It is innate. Your purpose is innate from the very day that you're born onto this earth. It's just that we have to uncover it and discover it for others, not for ourselves, because it's already there for us.
Mm-hmm.
We have to discover it for others. How can we serve? How can we help others? How can we be of value on this realm and increase someone else's value? And when you seek that, the purpose is there, the passion is there, and like I said, the profit follows every single time.
Amen. Amen. I don't know how to close this because I don't know the name for this yet.
I think that what we're going to name this segment is Design Your Life.
Design your life.
Design your life. I feel like too many times we feel as if someone else has the blueprint or has the pressures and the system set up for us, that we don't have a choice in the matter.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole deal is that when you tap into source, when you tap into what your ideal purpose is on this planet, then you can literally design the life that you want to have. And I really want to see others, how they have designed their lives, how they've designed their family life, their financial life, their creative lives, in business as well as on the personal side. What does your ideal life look like? Most people aren't even in the position. Sometimes I'm not even in the position to literally sketch out and design my life. What does it look like? I tell people all the time, like, someone's ideal life might be private jets, Rolls Royces, and infinity pools. My idea of freedom is t-shirts, bikie shorts, homeschool kids, rolling out of bed when we want to, answering a phone call when I want to, and literally just living life by design. Yeah. And as long as we know what we like, we can literally design our lives from scratch and create everything that we want, and everything that we can see, everything that we can visualize, we can actually have.
Yes, design your life. The Creator created us to create. So why wouldn't we be able to create the life that we desire?
Absolutely. And I think it's just the mental freedom to understand that not only is that a possibility, It's a probability when you get around the right people. So that proximity, I tell others that the proximity will lead possibility into a probability, because it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
So, yo, that has been the first, I don't know if you want to say episode yet, because, there's more to come from this, but that is our first
It's our glimpse. It's our
glimpse.
sneak peek.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yes.
The sneak peek of the Design Your Life podcast. More to come.
I'm
Definitely.
looking forward to it.
Me too. Definitely lots of conversations and potential guests to come, and just show y'all not only how to design the life that you desire, but also how they've done it themselves.
Absolutely. And y'all, this is an opportunity to learn free game from people who have the blueprints. What I want us to realize is that by learning other people's blueprints, it's not for us to understand exactly how they did what they did to get where they are. What I want us to reverse engineer from that is that the life that I desire? And if so, someone else has already been there and done that. So maybe I could extract from that if those are the proper steps for me. So I want us to see the end result and understand, is that the result that we see ourselves living, how we see ourselves being? And once we're in that position, then we can determine, oh, okay, well, I kind of like this luxury lifestyle, or I like the peace of being in the country and living off the land. Whatever it is, I want to be able to show people that there are many different ways that people are successful. There are many different ways that people are content. There are many different ways that people are thriving. And it's not always what we see as the typical markers of success.
Yes. So, y'all, we appreciate y'all time, because literally you can do anything. You can make more money, make more content, literally make anything more, but you just can't make more time. So we appreciate y'all spending it with us, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Let's go. Peace. That was fun.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to like a podcast.
Definitely.
All right. So I didn't know y'all was still hanging out with us tonight. We were practicing a little podcasting. So giving y'all a sneak peek. Look at y'all commenting and stuff. I love it. Woo, woo. Look at y'all talking about broke can be a mindset, but you can create opportunities. If you're not willing to share it, then it's not your gift. Oh, look at y'all quoting stuff back to me. I didn't even know I said that. Love the transfer gift. That's why God bless you so much. Absolutely. I tell you all the time, God is blessing us. This is our community. This is our thing. I would not be here if it were not for you beautiful individuals. And I do have to say this before we leave out tonight. Make sure y'all use the coupon code if you text this special word to the special number. Look, y'all already ahead of me. This community has literally not just earned me more money than I've ever seen in a single year, than I have my entire life, regardless of whether I had a PhD or not. This community has literally saved my life and the life and livelihood of the ones that I love most. So that's why we continue to do this thing. Okay. It's literally for us. It's not for me. It's not for the money. It is for the impact and what I know that we can do as a community. So thank you all. If it weren't for you, I would not be here on YouTube. If it wasn't for you all struggling with Photoshop and making those, I'm not gonna call them ugly, but y'all know they were unattractive designs. Unattractive designs in the squares, crunchy shirts, and all that. If I didn't see that and see so much struggle, I would not have been up at McDonald's for 3 to 4 hours of my day trying to get on Wi-Fi just so I can get on YouTube and share my gift. All right, so it takes that for us to really show up. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for allowing me to show up. And thank you for affording me the opportunity to continue to show up, and for showing me that I continue to bring value, and that you all continue to bring and give value to your clients as well. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing on out because we are way overdue, y'all. We were supposed to be done at 9 o'clock. It's almost 11 o'clock. Y'all get off this live. Go do something with your Shopify store. If you ain't done nothing with your Shopify store tonight, go ahead and join the Shopify challenge. And if you like this content, I don't know, I might be able to talk Coach Ant into doing this whole Monday vibe type of content with us. Let me know if y'all like the podcast vibe. Do y'all like the questions? Do you want to see us add some people to the pod? I want to interview some of you on the podcast. Is that all right? Can I bring y'all on the YouTube and get you out of your YouTube shell? Creative Expressions. If you were on your first podcast 2 months ago and you loved it, congratulations, love. I love that. Let me know what podcast you were on. I got to check that out. I love it. So let me know if this is something that you all want to see, what kind of questions y'all have, what kind of information y'all want. Because let me tell y'all this. I don't care how technical our skills get. Y'all love some information now. We love to be nosy now. So let me know some things that you really want to know, some things that we can get into on this podcast, some questions that I can even ask others, because I have been fortunate enough to come across so many entrepreneurs, so many people who are doing their thing in this space, that I want to be able to share that with you all as well. So make sure that y'all stay tuned, because I want this to be our thing, okay? I want to be able to ask the questions to others that you all want to ask as well. So I get to be nosy. I get to ask the hard questions. I get to get the free advice on behalf of the community whenever we do these type of podcasts. So I'm down for it. All right, my love. So listen, y'all know the drill. I appreciate you. I love you. Wait, I gotta let Ant get on this. This is his whole episode. We appreciate you. We love you dearly. Until next time. Bye. Y'all take it easy. Good night. Get off of here and get some rest so you can do some work tomorrow. Good night, y'all.